Good evening everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Admiral Pegasus, back with another video for Star Trek Fleet Command, and today we're going to be looking at the end of the first month of this new Rules of Acquisition arc. It's come out a couple of days after the arc has already finished because I wanted to collect my thoughts on it with a little bit more clarity rather than just jumping in and saying this was a crap arc. And to be perfectly honest, I can't think of another way of actually putting it. Yeah, it was pretty much a crap arc. I mean, we got 3 officers, we got a new ship, we got a new Drydock, and you'd think that is brilliant. And we'll take a look at the ship, and here is the Fisher. Nice little bug upgrade on the Devore. The downside to it is you had to scrap your Devore to do it, and if you only had the one Devore, it kinda messed you up because for all intents and purposes, the big selling point for this ship is the new concentrated latinum nodes. And yes, while it can mine them, it is absolutely crap at mining raw latinum. And to be honest, to me, this ship was a big belly flop. Just a big belly flop. I mean, what is the point of giving us a new ship to mine the new concentrated latinum nodes with the same type of drilling laser as the Devore, except this one's a 2000, whereas the Devore only had 100. So the Fisher's got a drill 20 times more powerful, but yet it can only mine raw latinum at a fraction. So to me, that was a massive flop. And then we were given also 3 officers in the arc. Now, a lot of players were able to acquire all 3. But as you can see here at the bottom, right down here, I've only managed to acquire Fess. Because the RNG that I got for this arc was absolutely shoddy. It was, well, shoddy is the polite word of putting it. I mean, and who would actually ask for an officer that reduces your cargo protection? I mean, when you go out mining, you want as much protection as possible, especially if you're going to be offline most of the day and you want to mine, and you want to know your miner's going to be safe from being popped and you're going to come back with as much as you can. So why on earth would you sacrifice some of your protected cargo just to get an increase in mining speed? And don't get me wrong, the increase in mining speed is brilliant, it's fantastic, but reducing the protected cargo, thanks. And then you had Erok and Quark to complete the synergy, and it'll give you full synergy. And yes, these officers do increase your mining, and Quark here will actually improve your cargo protection. So on one hand, they give you an officer with a captain's ability to protect your cargo, and on the other hand, they're giving you an officer with an officer's ability that just takes it away. It does not make sense, and I cannot think for the life of me anybody who would have actually asked for an officer ability of, yes, I would love for my cargo, protected cargo, to be reduced. Yeah, right. And as for Rock, well, really, I'm not really sure about this guy. I mean, he increases concentrated latinum, which is absolutely fantastic. It means you can mine a hell of a lot faster. And again, there's and it increases your mining speed, which is fantastic, but it's a base level as well. It's not added on top of anything. It's literally a base level. And if you check out Rev Juice's videos on the officers, because he has actually done videos on the officers, and it will show you there what I mean by the base level. So there were some of the additions added, and then we also got this, the Drydock G. Brilliant addition. Don't get me wrong, brilliant addition, and it has allowed me to have a permanent Uber on station, and when I'm not using it as an Uber, I can use it as a base defense ship as well. And it's brilliant. I mean, as you can see, I've already got mine strapped to level 39, but it was slapped with a $50 price tag. I mean, $50. I mean, who just has $50 lying around? Okay, on this side of the pond here in the UK, it's £46. £46, but I'll tell you what, let's just, for the argument's sake, let's just round it, 50 quid. 50 quid for a Drydock. Now, I don't understand why, because as you can see here on the left side of my screen, I have 2 builds, 3 researches. Now, the first one was a new build, which was brilliant, and that came out at a £5. Literally 5 quid. Brilliant. I'll definitely take that. Then Scopely decided to get greedy. Okay, well, the next one we'll do is a research one, and we'll put that in at £20. Yeah, okay, £20. Then they did a second repair slot. I haven't bought that because I don't need it. I've got plenty of speed ups. I'll just speed my repairs up easier. But again, £20. Then we'll add a third research slot. Again, everybody really does need these research slots. So Scopely new people were going to pay it 20 quid. There you go, another £20. And then a new dock. Not really needed. Does kind of help your gameplay, gives you an extra ship, especially from level 30. I think it came in at level 30 if I remember correctly. It gives you that extra ship. For someone like me, it gives me now 6 ships to play with. I now struggle to figure out who to put where. As you can see, I've got 3 ships currently in dock. 3 warships, the Enterprise, the Augur and the Abortus, are currently serving as my base defences at the minute. But it allowed me to organise my crews into PvE, PvP, Armadas, Mining, Uber, and base defence. And obviously the PvP ships and the Armada ships can also double as base defence ships as well, so giving me a nice bit of protection. But 50 quid. Now, yes, I will say that they did add 11,500 Latinum. Not bad. Doesn't last very long, but it's something. But that's that. And then obviously this month as well, they decided to allow you to do the Crucible of War thing. And I'm just going to show you the Crucible of War, but they've actually done it as a Dabo table, which is a fantastic idea. And this is it. A chance to pick your rewards. Now, obviously, this is the Crucible of War version. And I think I've got a screenshot, which I'll throw up here. Here it is. This was taken from one of my other videos because I forgot to take a screenshot of this before the events disappeared. But that's the Dabo table, and again, it does exactly the same as what the Crucible of War was. And if we just take that down, and I'll show you the Crucible of War ones. I mean, this is the Crucible of War, and this is what you get. And bearing in mind, you have to be an alliance, because the only way to get these is through an alliance milestone leaderboard. So you need to be in alliance, and preferably one that is very active or has a large number of players that can complete the milestones, because the first milestone is a pain in the rear to get to, as I did a video about a month ago on it. But this shows that I get some gas and I get some resources as well, and then obviously it's split down. But yeah, the Dabo table was, as much it was a fantastic idea, and I think it was still another letdown, because the material payouts was ridiculous, and you was only limited to 50. You could have 50 through the whole month of that one particular thing. So for instance, gas and dilithium, only 50. 7 uncommon times that by 50 is 350 uncommon. And as I stated in another video, what can you really do with that? I mean, just looking at I'm just showing the last upgrade I've got from my Augur that I need is 1 weapon, and I need 1,965 ore, and that is after a whole whack of research. I mean, I did some quick maths on it, and my research takes off 32%. Was it 32% off the base rate. Originally, this gun should cost me 2,800 to build. It's costing me just under 2,000. So it's around about 33% I've had taken off it with research. But still, 350 is a far cry from that. And then when you also think about that you need ore for in this case, for buildings as well. So like, I got my warehouses and my vaults that also require materials. Oh, that's not even up to par yet. And then obviously I've got my shuttle bay. Again, that also requiring a lot of ore as well. So really, does 350 uncommon materials help you for the month? Absolutely not. And then also you've got the research on top. The research, which also costs, half of it also costs materials. So yeah, it's like, really? So the payouts were very, very low. Yes, there was a couple of events that did pay out some materials, but that was gas. Yeah, fine, gas, brilliant. My enterprise, thanks you for that extra bit of gas, just to upgrade its weapons. So yes, during the month I was able to get some gas, but look, even the secondary material, still not got enough ore. Still not got enough. And I have been concentrating on doing a lot of my buildings as well. I'm concentrating on my research, trying to get that up to par as well. But also I'm going into a period now where I need to be starting to think about building up my materials, getting ready for a jellyfish event, and going for the jellyfish so I can then progress further, go to level 40 and start progressing further, because I've got a whole slew of missions. And if we'll just show you my archive, a whole slew of missions here, which I can't do because either they require some combat, in which case the target's more powerful than the ships I've got available, or the warp range is too high and I haven't got the ships to actually reach them in the first place. So it's a catch-22 for me, and getting that jellyfish will allow me to be able to destroy those bigger ships, and it will also allow me to go out into the capital systems and take out some heavy traders. So what am I going to grade this month? Well, U would be the simplest letter to use. Ungraded, because it was a joke. It's a complete and utter joke, this event, this arc. And I was not impressed with it whatsoever. Yes, a couple of bits, a new miner, fine, brilliant, mines a new latinum, and it gives me a higher payout in latinum. However, the parts I need is still based on RNG, and it's not enough to upgrade it at a reasonable pace. I mean, just to do tier 1, I think it was worked out by one of the other content creators as about something like about a month just to do tier 1. To me, this arc was centered around moolah. It was centered around money. It was centered around how deep are your pockets, which I believe is a Ferengi motto. And I think this is why Scopely did it this month. And then with the Drydock, getting the feature quick if you want to get it up to T4 by level 39. So Operations 39, then you need to go buy the pack just to upgrade it. So it's not been a great month. And then the events that came with it, mine this, mine that, mine this, mine that. It was so mind-numbing. The only thing that kept me going through the event, through the arc, was the actual Battle Pass events. Clear the Way, Hostile Hunt, Domination, regrettably, because that's one of the events I really do hate. It's the best payout for points, but it's one of the worst events, because it's like you've got to if you haven't got the stuff to level up your officers, level up your ships, your buildings, your research, you have to do a lot of buildings, a lot of research just to make the points. So, but I will say that that one other thing that has been a good payout this month is the amount of Latinum in it. We had the Display of Domination, which pays out about 8,000 in the solo milestones in total. The missions paid out a reasonable amount of Latinum. It wasn't particularly too bad. So there was a couple of events that was nice on Latinum, but also Latinum included in the Dobbo wheels as well, so there was a chance to get some Latinum there. But let me know what you think. If you like the video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and any comments, queries, obviously drop them down below, and I shall endeavour to get back to you as soon as I can. Next video coming up is going to be the patch 40 notes opening Tuesday morning. Yes, I will be recording another one, and please, heaven for God, Scopely, do not screw this one up. Is next month going to be any better? Can they do any worse than this month? Well, yes, they can do worse, but fingers crossed, toes crossed, they're not going to make that mistake. So, until Tuesday, patch 40. See you then.